All right, getting our meat lamb at the farm.
Yeah. Good stuff though.
You want to pet it, Thomas?
So like,
Come see how deep the wool is.
that's the horn. So you're coming from right in here.
Yeah.
I've seen it done this way, and then I've also, the guy that we've used before has kind of come in like this.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, like this one shows kind of in the back. So the brain is going to be like right in here.
Yeah.
So pretty much like the size of my fist. So if you were coming from the front, you kind of be at like, you're at such a good dog. Look at this angle. Do you have grain or anything?
No.
Do you want a little bucket of grain? Because then, I mean, she has her head down. Grain.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take the halter with you.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you think, Thomas?
Thank you.
That one sounds like burping. That sounds like it's burping.
No, the other side is salty because.
Hey guys, so I'm on my way back from a sheep farm where we just picked up a 2-year-old sheep, and we're bringing it home right now in the back of our truck, and we're going to dispatch it when we get home, and I'm going to gut it, and then we're going to hang it. Well, we're going to hang it and then we're going to gut it. And we're gonna let it hang for a few days, probably 5-6 days or so. The weather's supposed to be really cool, and we'll finish processing it for the meat in a little under a week. So we decided to go get. First, we love lamb, and we love having different cuts of meat in our freezer, so we decided to go pick this lamb up. Again, it's 2 years old, and apparently it's better for the meat to age when they're at an older age, so we're just going to let it age for at least 5-6 days or so. Some places I saw you let them age even 10 days, so. But the weather's cool now, so we're gonna take it home, dispatch it, hang it, gut it, and yeah, we'll have our lamb in our freezer before we know it. So the farm we went to, we've been getting lamb from her for a few years now. Usually she will come, we'll buy the lamb, and then she'll send it off to processing, and then we'll usually just pick up the meat from her. But this time around we decided, why not just do it ourselves? So that's what we did. We went and picked it up live today. And it's getting dark, but I'm gonna try to get as much of it as I can for you guys. I don't know how much I'll be able to get, because I'm gonna be doing this in the dark, probably with a headlamp on. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the heart, the liver, the kidneys, save all of that today, and I'll gut it, let it hang, and we'll be ready to process it in about a week or so. So definitely not something we've done before, bringing a live animal home to process it right away, but it saved us a bit of money, and not to mention just doing the process ourselves. That's kind of the way we like to do things. We like to do things ourselves. So you got to see all the fun footage from us bringing home our lamb, and this is the end result. We ended up with so much meat. So live, it was a 160-pound lamb. It was a very big lamb. And we brought it home, we processed it, and you got to see all that fun footage. And it was quite the experience for us. It's the first time we ever bought a live animal, brought it home, and then processed it. So that was experience. We learned a lot from it. But this is the end result. So we got a ton of meat, lots of ground meat, quite a few roasts, just lots of good things from that lamb, and we're so thankful. But so here we have our lamb roast. So I already have this lamb ready to go in the oven. I went ahead and I put olive oil, I put some mineral salt and some sage from my garden, as well as rosemary, and I put slits in the meat as well, the very meaty parts, not so much the fatty. And I went ahead and I cut up some garlic, and I shoved that garlic down into the meat, and then I spread some minced garlic on the top. So this roast is ready to go in the oven. But before I put it in the oven, I just wanted to share with you a company that recently reached out to me and sent me one of their meat thermometers, and this brand's name is Tyfer. They were so generous to send this very nice thermometer to me. It's very nice quality. I've used it a couple times already, and I love it, and I'm so grateful that they sent it to me to share with all of you. So I can put this probe into the meat and leave it in there while it's in the oven, and I can look at this and see what the internal temperature is the whole time it's in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this probe in, and I'm actually gonna turn on this thermometer here. Perfect. All right, so all you have to do is turn it on, and I'm gonna go ahead and find the thickest part of my roast. Let's see, I'm gonna stick it right in here. Alright, so I just stuck it all the way in and stopped when I got to the black part of the thermometer. Perfect. All right, now normally a lamb roast would be wrapped with twine or some type of cooking yarn, I guess you would call it. But since we didn't get this from a butcher and we did it ourselves, there's just some of those things that we didn't do. So this is not wrapped up. Usually when it's wrapped up, it is better because it helps the meat to cook more evenly. But like I said, because we did this ourselves, there's some things that we just didn't end up doing, and that was one of them. So this will cook just fine. We have our Typher thermometer in there, the probe, and we are gonna track the temperature of this the whole time it's cooking. So let's get this in the oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna loosely place some foil on top of here. There's my probe sticking out. That's okay. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna lower the temperature to 350, and it's gonna be in there for probably an hour, hour and a half, depending on the internal temperature, which we will be checking with our thermometer. All right, so our target temperature is 160 for well done for our lamb roast is what I'm aiming for. The ambient is the temperature around the meat inside of the oven, so you can see that that's moving up. Our temperature in the oven right now is 400. And then our probe that is stuck into the meat is at 30 degrees right now. We're gonna watch that temperature go up as it cooks in the oven, but real quickly, I wanted to show you the packaging that this thermometer came in. It's a very nice packaging, and if I go ahead and open it up right here, it actually had a little tab when I opened it right here. So it came out this way, but anyway, it has a user manual in here. It tells you everything you need to know. On the inside, this thermometer you can actually download an app for this thermometer and track this information that's on this probe on your phone, on your smartphone. So if you wanted to do that option, you could. It has a QR code here that you can scan to get the app. And then you could go through the steps to set that up. But it has a nice little user manual. And then in here, Typher has a certificate of collaboration that comes with the thermometer, which I thought was pretty fancy. And inside of here, there's actually a serial number inside of this as well. So pretty fancy little thermometer, nicest thermometer I've ever had in my kitchen. So thank you, Typher, for sending it to me. And it comes in really nice packaging, and it also comes with the cable you need to charge it. So it's chargeable, there's no batteries involved. You can download an app. So the thermometer I used today to cook my lamb roast is called the Typher Sync 1. Very fancy, very neat, kind of heavy thermometer, and it's nice because you can take the probe right out of here. As soon as you take the probe out, it turns on, it kind of lights up. And you can insert that into your meat, and this will tell you the temperature. It will tell you the internal temperature, the ambient temperature around the meat, and you can also put a target temperature of when you want your meat to be done cooking, which I have mine at 160 for a well done lamb roast. So I'm going to be tracking that throughout. Right now it says ambient is 305. The temperature of the oven is 400 right now. I am going to turn the temperature down in a few minutes, but you can see the internal temperature is still at 30. But absolutely love the brand, love the product, very high quality product. Just from the way it was packaged, they had a little tab that you pulled out the thermometer. It was just really nice packaging, really fancy. It even comes with a serial number, believe it or not, for a thermometer. So nicest thermometer I've ever had in my kitchen. But I honestly have this tiny little less than $10 thermometer from Amazon, and this is just a basic thermometer, and this is what I had. But Typher decided to go ahead and send me their product and spoil me a little bit. So thank you, Typher, for this thermometer and allowing me to share it with my audience. If you are interested in having something like this in your kitchen, go ahead, down in the description box there is a link to this product, and you can get 10% off. So if you're interested, go ahead and check that out. But in the meantime, I am gonna keep track of my lamb roast with this fancy little thermometer. And we'll see how it goes. I've used it a couple times on a couple different things, and it's worked wonderfully every time. And it's nice because in the past, when I've cooked things, chicken, beef, lamb, anything in the oven, sometimes you will, sometimes I'll take it out and think that it's done based off the timing that I put it in, and it's not ready yet. So I'm sure you've had that experience before, but with this, it kind of eliminates the possibility of that happening because you know the temperature when it's coming out of the oven, and you know that when you're gonna cut into that meat, it's gonna be ready, and you don't have to cut into it and check it and put it back in the oven. You can eliminate all of those steps just by using this thermometer. So it's in the oven, it's cooking, and we will keep an eye on it throughout. Got here. All right, that looks delicious. All right, that looks delicious. Probably could use a smaller pan for this, but this will do. All right, so I cooked this at 400 for 20 minutes, and then I turned the temperature down to 150. So this thermometer will beep if you have your target temperature at, there it goes. So if your temperature is at 165, it will give you a reminder that it's gonna be ready soon at 160. So it has that 5-degree interval there, so it will remind you before it gets to your target temperature. And then just now you saw it beep when it reached the internal temperature that you're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this probe out right here. Whoa! Very good. So there's the probe that was in there cooking the whole time, and it worked perfectly. So I have my clean thermometer right here. All right, so this stores right in the back of it. So we're just gonna pop it right in, done. And it turns off on its own. You can also press the button at the top. You can press it down for a couple seconds and it will completely shut off just like that. And there you have it. There's the Typher Sync 1 thermometer. Right here. So excited to see how well it cooked. I'm just gonna cut right here, right where the probe was. Cut. Delicious. Oh, it looks so nice and juicy. Perfect. All right, so you can see where I made my cut and I put some garlic in there. You can see right there where I have my garlic. Perfect color, looks wonderful. All right guys, well that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this video, a little different than my rabbit videos usually, but bringing home the lamb, processing it ourselves, packaging it up, and now cooking it ourselves has proven to be quite rewarding. It was quite the experience. We learned a lot of things that maybe we would do differently, or things that went well. So it was an interesting experience. We had a lot of fun with it. And here's the end result. So very satisfying to know that we have pure grass-fed, healthy meat for our family to eat. And with the help of Typher sending me this thermometer, they made cooking it a breeze in my oven. So I'm so grateful for that. So like I said, thank you, Typher. And if you're interested in this very fancy, heavy duty thermometer that has a serial number, you can check out the link down below in the description box for 10% off your purchase. So I will see you guys in the next video, and God bless. All right, I should probably get the potatoes and sides ready for my family before I eat this entire delicious lamb roast.